Thank you for stopping by my kitchen. I'm Nikki, for those of you who don't know me, and today we're talking soups. My favorite season is fall, and one of the reasons, making soups. You can make them healthy, nutritious, or hearty and fattening, and I absolutely love all of them. Today, lucky for you, I'm going to share with you my 3 go-to soups for the fall and winter season. You can easily freeze these and have them all winter long. Trust me, you'll love them. Trust me, you'll be impressed with how easy they are. So I hope you love them just as much as I do, so let's get into the video. The first recipe has been my go-to last-minute dinners for years. It's so simple. You're gonna throw whatever you want into a pot with water, and at the end you're just gonna throw in some whisked scrambled eggs. I added a little bit of a miso package to this soup, completely optional. Bok choy gave it a nice little crunch, and then I also added some mushrooms and some green onions as well. You really could just add chicken flavoring, eggs, and water, and it would make an awesome soup if you wanted to simplify things. Once the soup starts to boil, add the eggs in, whisk it for about 30 seconds, and the eggs should be cooked all the way through. The description for these recipes will be down below, but I decided to go with turkey instead of beef, but you really can choose whatever type of protein. I cut up onions, and I regret not cutting them up even smaller, so try to make them very fine. Adding parsley, any Italian seasoning that you had, Parmesan cheese, an egg, and then slowly add in breadcrumbs. This is going to be the base for our meatballs. Set the meat aside. We will get back to that in just a minute. Now it's time to make the base for your soup. I decided to add onions chopped a little bit larger, carrots and celery, and I added kale, but you can add spinach or practically any vegetable of your liking. If your broth isn't flavorful enough, you can add a chicken cube or chicken stock instead of water. While your soup base is heating up, take some time and roll out all of your meatballs. Any size that you'd like. I decided to go with about a quarter size or half of a golf ball. Once the vegetables are cooked through and the water is boiling, it is time to add your meatballs. And once the meatballs are practically cooked all the way through, I've done orzo in the past and it works just as well. Now these are all repeat recipes for me, but this one is definitely a fan favorite. It looks super impressive, but in fact it is so easy. To a large pot of water, add some green onions, mushrooms, bok choy, anything that you really like. first step to prepare the wontons is to make the meat inside. Thinly mince an onion, super tiny. Add that to turkey meat or pork, any type of meat really. Add some soy sauce, sesame oil, ginger. If you don't have ginger, you can use the powdered ginger, but real ginger works best. Garlic, and then mix that all together. Don't be fooled with the egg on the side. That egg is to be used later. You can get these wonton wrappers I find in the produce area, kind of near the hummus or tofu. There's a couple methods that I've done in the past. I take a small portion of the meat and I place in the center. Using that egg that I had before, I just whisked it up and it's going to act as a glue. You only need to add it to one side. So this one I am making a triangle and I'm pressing it together and I'm trying not to leave any air bubbles on the inside. Press down and then take the two ends and meet them in the middle and secure with some egg. My preferred method, I'm going to use the egg wash on half, folding over to make a rectangle. Again, making sure there's no air bubbles. Carefully fold the bottoms to touch each other. Use the egg wash to seal that, and you'll have a cute little wonton. This recipe makes a large quantity of wontons. So what I would actually recommend doing is either making a huge batch of soup and freezing it, or just freezing the wontons separately, and then you can use them later on by just adding them to some broth that you whip up. I added some seasoning, salt, pepper, soy sauce to the water. Once the water starts to boil, that's when you add your wontons, and it really is that simple. You'll know it's done when the wontons are floating. Thank you so much for stopping by and checking out these recipes. I hope that you love them as much as I do. If you love soups, recipes, DIYs, anything of that sort, I just started this YouTube channel and it would mean the world to me if you liked, commented, or subscribed. Until next video, I look forward to hearing from you.